to continue. And thank Andrea Artson for giving this phone, because with the nightmare I'm going through with my iPhone, thank goodness I have a backup phone to use. I'll tell you about the nightmare in a story. Right now, this we were going to call the Kevin Clark Show, but you can already see Kevin Clark there and what our purpose is. So we are going to call this the People's Show. And when we plant a good seed of peace and love in this garden of life, then eventually we can all have peace. And that is our purpose for Canada. And we begin in Ontario with the People's Political Party of Ontario. Now, the subject here is think before you act, and make sure that your actions create solutions, not more problems in the future. And we're going to start off with an issue that was brought to light about 4 or 5 days ago. A young man, well, he's a middle-aged older gentleman, and we've always assisted him in every way possible. And then he came and told me that he's got some great news. He says he might be coming into a couple $1,000s. So I am not going to give the phone number that is on the piece of paper that he gave to me. And he told me a story. He says that someone told him that there is a fund that's put forth by the federal government where they give $2,000. And he says the individual says that they applied and already got their money. And if you're on welfare, disability, if you're homeless, whoever you are, as long as you file your tax return, you can call this number, you can punch in, and you just answer yes to 3 questions, and they will deposit $2,000 into your account within 3 days. Now, naturally, I have not called the number since he gave it to me, or, I've just sat back on it. I thought that it was very odd. So, yesterday, there was a knock on my door, and there was this individual there, and he says, you've always been good to me, and you have always given me food when I need. You have always helped me out in every way, and I owed you some money before, and he's owed me for like 6-8 months, and he says it's been taking a really long time. And then he pulled out $60 and says, there you go. It's like, I thank you for everything, and so on. And then he said he also went to another lady down the hall who was always helping him out, that I introduced him to. And she was shocked because he brought her a paper that she always wanted, and he gave her like $10 to say thank you for all the times you helped me with bus fare. So naturally, you can see that this is not a bad person, that this person here remembers those who have done good for him. So what the subject is, though, when I inquire about where the money came from, I was informed that the money came, I assumed that the money came through the $2,000. And I find that was odd. Now, I understand, because when I spoke to him the first time, he said, well, geez, if it came through, I'm going to take care of everybody who I owe. And he said, well, what are you going to do if they come back at you later on? I'll deal with that if that time comes, if I get the money. And that's going to be naturally the mentality of anyone who's poor and anyone who's on ODSP, on welfare, on seniors' pension, somebody who ends up having a loved one or themselves they're taking care of, and they're having a tough time with medication or a tough time with food. And you are going to get, no matter how honest or how poor person is, there is that thing that says, oh, there it is, there's an opportunity there, I will deal with it when it gets to that stage. So I will take the money today, and then when they come back at me, then I will address it then. So my question is to the federal government. Today, I'm sending you this video. And this video will let you know that I followed the procedure this gentleman here told me about after I found he got the money. Now, I contacted many media sources and government sources, and I informed them of the possible glitch in the system. Now, in turn, I also live stream what I was doing, so there is clear that there's no criminal intent. This is just a confirmation that this is happening. So I lead a provincial political party in Ontario, and I am running for Toronto mayor. But I am also on ODSP. So if within 3 days you send me $2,000 and you are aware of it the same day that I fill out that paper or that thing on the computer, yeah, I would like to know if you have the ability to send that money within that period of time. Why do you not have the ability to create a system that will prevent dishonest individuals or individuals who are in poor or in financial bind from being tempted to take advantage of this system? Now, when I spoke to a gentleman at CBC and I was explaining to him about the glitch, he says, yeah, but who would take advantage in this situation with this global pandemic? My friends, this is a global pandemic, and we all should be concerned about the spread of the coronavirus. But as I mentioned earlier in my previous video about the homeless, a lot of individuals who are homeless, who are disabled, who are on ODSP, who are on welfare, who are on low-income pension or whatever it is, who are going through hardship. It is not that they're not concerned about the virus, and it is not that they want to take advantage in this time. It is the fact that they have things that are more important in their lives. You see, with this coronavirus pandemic, everyone is making it seem like it's the most important thing in the world. No, it is not. Stopping the spread of the coronavirus is important, and we should all do our part. But what is important is for somebody who is poor, who has to go out there and also day by day, whether they panhandle or whatever they do. And even if a man go out there and he's a pickpocketer, and he pickpockets people who have money or whatever it is, and even though I don't agree with it, I cannot condemn him if he used that money to feed his family. So it is a situation that he was in, and then seeing an opportunity to feed your kids in that situation, someone will take that opportunity. Unfortunately, a lot of people will take advantage. And we must always put in provisions into place to see that people are not tempted, but also people are not put in a position to where they have to take advantage because of their day-to-day situation. So a man who sleeps underneath a bridge in minus 30-degree weather, or a man who sleeps on a steam crate, or a man who sleeps in the back of garbage bins, or in the top of stairwells. Yes, that was me. So when I'm in that situation, I will tell you, even though I don't wish to catch the coronavirus or anyone else to catch the coronavirus, that is not the most important thing to me today. Not when I'm hungry and I'm waking up underneath the bridge and I'm cold, or I'm waking up underneath the side of a garbage can, or I'm waking up in an alleyway. The most important thing is to get food and to survive that day. Because, hey, sure, coronavirus may kill you, but we know for a fact that homelessness does kill you. Poverty does kill you. Oh, the phone keeps cutting on or cutting off, but that's where technology is. So it's the same goes for somebody who has cancer, and they have to live by cancer day by day. It's like my mother. My mother has deep, bad asthma, right? When my mother is inside, and you say she's staying inside because she's afraid to catch the coronavirus, my mother is a caregiver. My mother works in a rehab center. My mother cooks for people who are hungry. My mother gives guidance. She volunteers all different places. It is not the fear of the coronavirus why my mother is staying at home. My mother is staying at home because she has deep asthma, right? And she cannot be in a position or an environment with her low immune system to where it will bring harm to her. So if harm comes to her, then how can she help others? So to my mother, the coronavirus is important, but the most important thing is to take precautions so that she does not escalate the risk of her asthma taking her life. So those are things that we must always remember when we address the issue of the coronavirus. So there's many different situations why people will take advantage, and we know that if the government had the ability to create this system, then the government should have had the ability to input those who are on welfare, those who are on disability, or those who are ineligible. And we hope that the government will do something to fix this glitch in the system. Now, after I tapped in there, because when I was going through and all the criterias, I said, well, I don't meet these criterias. And then I know that it says it's a criminal offense. So I made sure I videotape what I was doing so it can show. This is to confirm whether the glitch is there in the system or not. And if the glitch is in the system, then we ask the federal government to fix that glitch, right? The system seems to be set up to where it is on this belief that everyone is going to be honest. And we know that in humanity, it is impossible for that to be happening, that everyone is going to be honest. It also gives the implication that it feels that everyone was at a financial being to where nobody was suffering or struggling to where they would be tempted by the opportunity to get extra money. Well, some has applied to get the extra money. I applied to confirm whether the system have a glitch or not. Now, if I did support people, taking advantage of this money, then I would have posted the phone number. And naturally, I did not post the phone number because I do not support putting people in a position or enticing people to commit acts that would eventually lead to criminal elements against them. God bless you all. Have a beautiful and blessed day. I'm going to take this video and then I'm going to email it to the Prime Minister's office and to Justin Trudeau, as well as to Mayor Ford and to Premier Tory. And I hope that they will work together to find the glitch in the system. And I will do another video 3 days from now if I receive money in my bank account to confirm that there is a glitch in the system. God bless you all. Have a beautiful, blessed, and wonderful day. And let's plant a good seed of peace and love in this garden of life. And remember, we keep equal values in neutral. Means we do not choose who we help and who we don't help in their time of need. And some would say Christ, Lord, righteous King, eternal, C-L-A-R-K-E, but humble I must be, so C-L-A-R-K-E. Children, love, all rights, keep equally. And we're in Toronto running for your mayor, and I am the deputy leader of the Ontario People's Political Party, and equal rights say that joy, happiness, and love and kindness belongs to all equally. To only one be the glory. And the glory belongs to the one who is life, God with us.